Hello there, you're on the Heart of Reddit channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Get your popcorn ready and enjoy. Wear a suit, sure thing. This story was told to me several times by my dad about a friend of a friend. This story takes place in Australia. A friend of a friend, who we'll call Bob, was working as a manager in a large bank. Back when things were starting to get to the fully electronic level, he worked in the back since he was monitoring the systems and running the upgrades, doing whatever else it does. Naturally, though, Bob never saw any customers at the bank, so Bob was allowed to wear whatever he wanted, within reason. Usually it was casual to business casual. This was until Bob's big bosses passed down a requirement: all employees must wear suits. He asked his boss, "Well, I never have to see any customers, so why should I wear a suit?" His boss replied that it was company policy, so yes, he did have to wear a suit. For some details that are important, Bob was also somewhere around 5'11", -6'0", and had vibrant ginger hair. Bob complied with the policy, of course. Bob got a suit. He got an electric neon blue, crushed velvet suit. The next day, Bob went into work wearing his new suit. "Boss, is that what you're going to wear?" Bob: "Well, you said I had to wear a suit." Bob was sent home for a week, for a vacation. He wasn't fired as far as I know. When he came back to work the following week, company policy about suits had changed for workers interacting with customers only, or at least, Bob never had to wear a suit while working for the bank again. You shouldn't use that fire extinguisher, but okay? My dad is retired now but had been employed at full-time fire department. There was a police station down the street, and the cops would stop in from time to time to shoot the sheet. There was one big tough guy cop, let's say Bruce, that stopped in a lot. Bruce really enjoyed the friendly banter, which usually involved how much bigger, stronger and better at everything he was compared to most of the firefighters. One day, my dad's unit was doing some training out back when Bruce stopped by. Bruce started in about he could put out any fire no problem, and could be a better firefighter than anyone there. It just so happened that they were igniting a block of magnesium when he said that. Bruce grabbed the closest fire extinguisher to him, a soda acid extinguisher. It's basically pressurized water. My dad says, "Whoa, wow, you can't use that one because..." Bruce cuts him off, and says, "Out of my way, kid. I'll show you amateurs how it's done." My dad says, "You shouldn't use that fire extinguisher, but okay. I know what happens when water comes in contact with burning magnesium." So Bruce steps up, everyone else steps back, and Bruce lets loose. A huge cloud of flames, sparks, smoke and steam go shooting up and out in every direction, essentially enveloping Bruce. He screeches like a 5-year-old, throws the extinguisher 30 feet in the air, and runs away past a crowd of firefighters laughing their asses off. Bruce's ego was hurt, but that was it as far as injury goes. He still came around a lot but cut back on the amateur firefighter bit. Cancel my vacation with 1 week away. Expect to pay for my lost deposits and loss of tickets. I was working it for a small law firm in DC that specialized in military law. As a firearms enthusiast, I got along with the combat MOS guys, and regularly scored just below the SF guys for corporate range time. I decided to take my vacation time to do a 4-day survival course in another state, Montana, and a 3-day long-range marksman course with a week of couch time to recover. 1 week before I go, I am told I need to cancel my classes due to the network crashing because they did not upgrade when I told them to do so. I agreed, but they needed to reimburse me for the cost of the trip. I send in the receipts amounting to about $3K, to which they refused to pay. After some yelling, I was told, "Well, sue me, and you're fired." Cue the malicious compliance. I packed up my desk and said my goodbyes. I was leaving the whole network in shambles, and due to the ability to find a guy to work for what I was paid and to have a TS clearance, it took them close to a year to get a new network up and running. As per federal law, I had to report the firing to the OPM. OPM came in and took the network due to being the only one with the proper clearance to work on it. Like Ron Popeil, who always said, "But wait, there's more." I decided to call every person in the office as a potential witness to sue for wrongful termination and theft of wages. This meant he had to get outside counsel to represent himself in court. I knew the founding partner was bleeding cash, but he said, "Sue me." He moved the venue to a classified court due to the nature of the data in the case. He lost the case, where I was awarded 50K in lost wages and damages. 10K went to the lawyer. Last I heard, the founding partner moved to Florida to work for a lawyer buddy he made when he was in the Navy.